Today I'm going to show you how to replace skies in your pictures using Photoshop 2020. It might not be as obvious as you think. It's a fairly hidden feature, but it works amazingly. So grab your snacks, get comfortable, and let's get cracking. What's up guys, my name is Francois, thanks so much for joining me on this beautiful day. If you're new here, on this channel I make tutorials every Thursday as well as monthly live streams to teach you guys how to sharpen your editing skills. So if you're a videographer, a photographer or any kind of artist and you want to master your craft, definitely consider subscribing because I post fun and value-packed tutorials just like this one every single week. Also, just before we start, if you do learn something cool today, please make sure to like this video as it actually tells YouTube to recommend it to more and more people, just like you and I, and it would mean the world to me. So with that said, let's jump into the tutorial on how to replace skies using Photoshop 2020. Right, so I've got this picture of this really cool place, but the sky was a bit boring when I took it, and I want to change it. I'm going to duplicate it with Ctrl-Command-J, unlock the first layer and mute it. We're just going to work on the top one. I'm going to add some background color just so we can see what effects we're actually doing there. So click on the adjustment layer, go to solid color, and select something that we're not going to see in the picture, so something like red, which obviously is going to look absolute garbage. Will definitely come through once we do some cutting out. Before we do anything to the picture, let's do some basic color correction. So with the layer selected, hold down Ctrl-Command-Shift-A. This will bring up camera raw, and with this, you'll be able to do some minor adjustments. So don't go too crazy here because you don't want to break up the image. This will be enough to separate the sky from the rest. So double click on the top layer to bring up the layer styles options. Now, why on earth would we add a drop shadow or a stroke or even an inner glow? Well, that's the point, my friends. We're not. I'm sure most of you guys have opened up this menu hundreds of times before, but have you paid attention to these options right here? Me neither. This function is actually called the blend diff sliders, and it works as an amazing keying tool. Watch this. We get 4 options to choose from: gray, red, green, and blue. What we want to remove is the sky, which in most cases will be blue. Okay, in most cases will be blue. And since skies are mostly bright, let's remove the blue tones from the highlights. And to do so, you just have to drag this little slider to the left, and automatically you can see the keying happen. It's amazing. Now you don't want to push this too much, so here's what I recommend. Choose a point where you're fairly happy with the contour, hold down Alt on your keyboard and click on the slider, and this will allow you to add some feathering. You can leave some of the residue in the corner because this is going to be easy to clean up. Just make sure you end up with a clear cutout of the trees because this is basically the part that we're trying to replace. We don't want to have to go back and do it manually. So once you're happy with the level, just add some feather and that'll do for now. Once you're done, you'll end up with... Wow! No bueno. So here's what to do next. At the bottom of the layer panels, click on the adjustment layer, go all the way to the top and like this video! To get rid of this absolute ugliness, create a new layer mask, select it, and now my favorite keyboard shortcut, BDX. No, this is not the name of a stock, actually it might be, I don't know. B is to select the brush tool, D is to reset the foreground and the background colors, and X is to invert them whenever you need. Now with the black brush, and make sure you have the layer selected, you can paint out that absolute monstrosity. Now how to fix this thing? Now you might think with the white brush, let's just paint the inside, but because this has a blend diff blending mode, it's not gonna work. With Ctrl-Command-J, duplicate the original layer, not the one we've been working on so far, unmute it and add a new layer mask. Press G on your keyboard to select the fill tool and fill it with black. That should make it disappear entirely. And now you guessed it, with a white brush we're going to paint on the layer mask to bring back the missing parts from Chichen Itza. What you can do to do this quickly is select the magnetic lasso and roughly select the outside edges of the pyramid. And now you won't have to worry about being precise when you paint over it because it's only going to paint inside of that selection. Pretty good tip, right? You're welcome. Okay, so once you've brought the pyramid back from the dead, it's time to add your sky. Now the actual look will depend on what you like, but I've gone for a nice purple, pink hued sunset. Obviously you can choose whatever sky you want as long as it fits. And here we go. Now the saturation of the sky and, well, essentially Earth aren't matching, so let's just add a new hue and saturation layer, only on top of the sky, not on top of the rest, and tone down the saturation a little bit. Now it's the colors that are matching, so what I usually do at that point is export the picture as a TIFF, not a JPEG. Don't want none of that compression, thank you very much. And then I import it into Lightroom to edit it on my phone. Oh wow, oh yeah, that's amazing, you guys should see it. Oh, I should probably do it on my laptop. Now for this one, I've actually used one of my custom Lightroom presets. This one is called Été Indien and is perfect for all your summer pictures, golden hours, sunset, and all your Instagram goodness. Once you're happy with your picture, you can export it, post it on your Instagram, and wow all your friends with your amazing editing skills. Hey, maybe even impress your crush. You're welcome. If you want to see more and more tutorials just like this one in the future, and you want to support my channel, please consider checking out my custom presets on my website. And hey, whilst you're there, join the community forum. That's where we discuss topics just like this one, but more in depth, all together like a giant family of cool nerds. Anyone who joins the community forum today gets to download my After Effects templates for free. How about that? So there you have it, guys. This is how to replace skies in your pictures using Photoshop 2020. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you didn't mind my accent, make sure to give it a like, get subscribed, and come be a part of the community forum. Also, if you'd like to support my work and this growing channel, please consider checking out my brand new merch and all my older presets. Finally, if you're wondering what to watch next, I recommend you watch this video right here. Thanks again for watching. I've been Francois, you've been amazing. See you in the next video.